I'm a big animal lover, and especially a cat lover, and it is my pleasure I'm happy to introduce Joanne LaGreco of the Homeless Animal Adoption League, which is short HAL. When I lost my cat Sammy from a sudden illness, I immediately wanted to adopt another cat. I spent a few days visiting several of the local animal shelters and walked into HAL. If you're an animal lover and have visited an animal shelter, it just makes your heart cry. All those innocent cats that need a home or living in temporary shelters that just keep them alive and out of danger. I saw that HAL was in desperate need of money and thought immediately of Joan Sabatino and her love of all animals. I sent Joan an email after visiting HAL right before Christmas, and in Joan's true spirit of giving, she sent a check off to make the holidays a bit brighter for the kitties dreaming of a new home. It is through this connection that HAL became one of the grant nominees. I met a dedicated staff of caring people, hoping to match me with one of their adoptees. HAL is struggling to pay their rent, and they depend solely on donations. Some of the other shelters I visited were spacious and in better financial condition to run a top-notch shelter. HAL is on a tight shoestring budget. HAL began as a temporary shelter about 14 years ago when the East Orange Pound decided to close. A small group of volunteers held a marathon adoption, and out of the about 50 cats that were left behind, many of them were housed in this temporary shelter. As cats were adopted out, new cats started to find their way to the shelter, and that's how this little temporary shelter became a permanent shelter. Saying no was not an option to a needy cat. The dedicated staff is made up of a handful of volunteers that care for these cats 365 days a year.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Homeless Animal Adoption League, all of our volunteers, and especially our cats, we'd like to thank Joan, 100 women for this honor. As was mentioned earlier, HAL has been in our Bloomfield location for over 14 years. We reside in a small storefront, and we are very unassuming. You would never know that behind our curtains live 65 of the luckiest cats. They come from all walks of life. Each has a name, each has a story, and each has become an extended member of our families. Although finances have been tough, especially over the last 3 years, our love and dedication has never wavered. It is amazing what we do with so little. In the past, our medical care was routine, vaccines, spays, and neuters, but as cats stay with us longer, we are faced with an aging population. Some are cats that have been returned after years in a home, and many have been left at our door. With older cats comes more challenges. They are overlooked for adoption and require more medical care. Who will this grant help? It will help cats like Angel, a 7-year-old male cat that was returned after 6 years because he was starting to bite. It turns out that his teeth had all rotted and he was in pain. It will help Sebastian, a beautiful tabby cat that actually puts his paws around your neck to give you a hug. A senior male left in a box at our door. It will help Molly, a cat that has been with us for 6 years. She's a shy girl that likes to stay to herself, but appreciates a loving cat. It will help Poppy, a big, robust black cat who is known for smacking the volunteers' heads when we clean his house. He was taken from the neighboring shelter that was being closed. It will help Checkers, a pleasantly plump former mommy who was so mean that we originally considered finding a sanctuary for her. But after years of kindness and love, Checkers has become a friendly and comical cat that likes to lay on her back with her paws straight up in the air. Her nickname is Roadkill. This grant will give our senior cats a new chance at finding forever homes by giving prospective adopters some assurance of the cat's health and taking care of a pricey medical procedure before adoption. Our senior cats are some of the most relaxed and loving cats at our shelter. They are the type that just want to sit with you on a cool spring evening or snuggle after you have a long day of work. Once again, Hal thanks you for your support. Thank you.